So we read it from here. According to the Forest Survey of India, India has 21.54% of its total geographical area under the forest in 2017. So according to the report of 2017, India covered 21.54% of forest area. This is a report of the year 2017. Okay. As per this report, Madhya Pradesh has the largest area under the forest covered, followed by Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Maharashtra. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Loss of forest cover. So why the forest? We are just cutting down the trees, and why this? The loss of forest is there. Over the year, however, forest cover has been declining in several parts of India around the world, while natural facts like tsunamis, cyclones and wildfire cause some of these loss. A large part of this result of human activity such as deforestation of land, agriculture and timber expansion of urban areas and pollution. Loss of the forest is associated with many problems such as increasing in greenhouse gases and temperature, deforestation of habitat and ecosystem, soil erosion, landslides, and the roots of the trees help in seepage of the rainwater into the ground. The deforestation led to the flooding, and there is nothing left to hold the water. So you all know that now the forests are very less in our country. So why this has happened? This has happened by two reasons. First of all, the natural causes are there, and the main causes of that is the human. We, the human beings, are destroying the forest. Okay. So what are the natural factors? First of all, tsunami is there, wildfire is there. You have read about that Australia in recent period. There is a fire in the Australian forest, and in Uttarakhand there is a fire in the recent period. So these are the natural factors, and cyclones are there, and the tsunami is there. So that's why all the forests are destroyed day by day. But the main cause of this are the humans also. Humans, for their selfishness, we are cutting down the forest to expand our urban areas for the crop production and all that. We are doing all this for our survival, but we are not thinking about the natural vegetation. So if the plants are there, so plants hold down the water. If the plants are there, from the roots the water goes inside the soil, which help to maintain the ecosystem. By this the rain happens. Yes or no? Rain is there. But if you are cutting down the forest, so how water is reached to the ground level? It will not reach to the ground level. That's why you can see that the rain is not there. In the monsoon there is very less rain is there, and the heat is so much, so the temperature is so high. So why all this happens? This happens because we are cutting down the trees for our benefit, but we are not planting down the trees, and we are suffering from all this. Yes or no? You can read this afterwards. Wildlife refer to the undomestic animals of a region: mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish and insects. So undomestic, that we cannot adopt in our homes. So these are known as the wildlife. Wildlife too play a role in a balance of an ecosystem. Each species interacts with the environment in a different way. Every creature that is present on this earth are very important for the ecosystem. All the organisms in an ecosystem are dependent on each other. Yes or no? The extinction of the proliferation of one species can have a far-reaching effect in its ecosystem. If we are just harming, or if we are killing one of the species, it affects a lot on our ecosystem. For example, spiders are a major predator in the environment that control the pollution of insects like flies, agriculture and pests. Okay, so see, only a small insect is there. The spider is such a small insect, and that insect is protecting us from the pollution. Yes or no? Insects are the source of important products like honey. We are getting honey from honeybees, wax, dyes, silk from silkworm. In addition of pollution, flowers Insects also act as a decomposer that help in creating the nutrition-rich topsoil. So the insects are very important. We are getting the honey, wax, and silk from these small insects, and these small insects are very important to maintain the nutrition level in our topsoil. Okay, the birds fed on worms, and by doing so protect the crop from sun. We see that the birds are eating the small insect, the small organism. So by this the birds are protecting our crops. Vultures and crows act as fishes by feeding the dead. The birds also help in pollution of plant. So the birds just pick the one seed or two seed and they fly from one place to another and they drop down the seed, and in that area that same plant will grow. So this is all the cycle, and all the small organism till the large organism, from small to large, every organism is very important on this earth. Not only the human beings. We are the human beings. We can walk, we can talk, we can listen, we can eat, we can understand. But we are not only important for this earth. Every small organism, from the spider, from the ant, till the giraffe, or you can count any of the animals in that. And all the animals and the organisms are very important to maintain the ecosystem of our nature. Wildlife help to promote tourism and generate income for the country. So you can see that many national forests are there. Like for example, Kaziranga is there, and many other national forests are there in our country also and in other countries also. So they help in generating the income. They interact the tourism. Tourists come to see the national vegetation over here. So that's why it is another source for the income also for the country. The depletion and the degradation of the wildlife is a major problem throughout the world. Certain natural and human made factor responsible for this. So, if we are killing down the animals for our benefit, for their skin or for the teeth, though now it is banned that you cannot kill the wild animals. It is banned in India and it is banned in many of the cities in India and in many of the countries. It is banned that you cannot kill this animal or this bird because they are in less population. Yes or no? We have heard that in India that you cannot kill the tigers or the lion or the birds. The peacock is there, that is a natural bird. We cannot kill that. So, and we are the human, we are cutting down the forest, and that's why we are just losing our natural vegetation and the wildlife also. Main factor is human beings. Human beings are destroying the nature also, and human beings are destroying the wildlife also. Loss of natural habitat, change in climate condition, and human activities such as overgrazing, urban expansion, agriculture, mining, construction activities, and deforestation had led to the deconstruction of natural habitat of animals causing to migrate elsewhere. So we are cutting down the forest for our benefit, for just growing the crops or to expand our urban areas. We are doing for our benefit, and we are just taking their home from them. We are taking the wildlife home from them. That's why the many animals just moved from that place, or many animals died. Yes or no? This happened. Excessive hunting and poaching. Animals like tiger, lion, elephant, rhinoceros, black buck, crocodile, ostrich, and peacock are poachers for their hide, skin, trunks, stones, feathers. Our result in the several species have become endangered, and many other have become extinct. So, though it is banned in our country and in other countries that you cannot kill this animal, but the hunters, they are doing that. Okay, they are killing all this animal for their skin, for their tooth, for their tongue. They are doing that for their feathers. So by this, the population is getting less day by day. Natural effect: the forest fire, earthquakes, tsunamis, landslides, failure of the monsoon pose a threat to wildlife. So not only the human factor, though the human factor is very high for all this depletion, but somewhere the natural factors also affect the natural vegetation as well as the wildlife. Conservation of the forest and wildlife. Recognizing the importance of the conservation of national vegetation and wildlife, countries around the world have taken various initiatives towards this end. But now the people have become more aware. Now the other countries as well as India has become more aware, and they are taking a very high step to protect the natural vegetation and the wildlife. National parks, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserve have been set up throughout the world. You can see that many national parks are there, many wildlife sanctuaries are there, and a biosphere reserve are doing so to protect the natural vegetation as well as the wildlife. Okay. An international agreement between the government known as CITES. CITES mean Conservation of International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Flora and Fauna. So, government and it was this system is not taken in India, but this system is also taken at a higher level, at the international levels. So they are protecting the endangered animal. Endangered animal means the count is very less. The count is very less. So they are protecting our flora and fauna. Okay, is the plant and the animals has been established. It seeks to ensure the international trade in wild animal. Plant species does not threaten their survival. It also lists several species of animal and the bird whose trade is prohibited. So many species and many animals trade are prohibited. Means that you cannot kill or you cannot just use a product of their skin or their tooth. You cannot use that. So it means that killing of wildlife is banned. The government of India has declined many regions as protected areas in different times, such as national park, wildlife reserve, biosphere, sanctuaries. Various projects have also been launched, such as the Project Tiger, the Project Elephant, the Project Rhino. So these are the projects that are announced by the Indian government. Okay. In protect forests, right up to activities like grazing, hunting are restricted. In many of the areas where the grazing is restricted, where the hunting is restricted, means that you cannot go there and just put your animals over there for the grazing purpose. You cannot do that. You cannot kill the animals over there. If you will do that, so you have to suffer with a high penalty, or the high strict rules have been broken, so you have to be in the prison also. In reserve forest, activities like grazing and hunting is prohibited. So in many of the places where you cannot, grazing मना होती है और वहाँ पे the killing of the animals are also not allowed. If you will found that, you have to suffer a lot. So this is all about the chapter. The chapter is very easy. You can go through the chapter by your own also. And if you found any doubt, any difficulty in any part, you can just raise your doubt in the doubt section. Okay. And what is your homework? Your homework is that you will do the back exercises and you will find out the question answer of the same chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.